The cousin of a shark is a manta ray, and the cousin of a manta ray a hawk, and the cousin of a hawk is lightning. The ocean reborn, returned skyward and alive with storm. And the cousin of storms is a waterfall, and the cousin of falling is the wind, and the cousin of wind is erosion, leaving rock, the bones of the mountains scattered. And the cousin of the mountains is a row of teeth, and another behind, and those teeth are the cousin of the manta ray, lightning, the wind. In a story seldom remembered, sharks were ghosts, guarding the afterlife, since their rendered bodies had no skeletons, just teeth. The shock of that discovery must have added new verses to songs and widened the net of old omens, but nobody knows. Those details aren't the details that lasted, only this. The dead step out of their bodies, walk down to the sea, swim out to the horizon. For some, the passage is easy. A day, a night, a warm current there to guide them. For others, the journey goes on and on. If they killed a bear or left a wolf's mate howling, and the water is cold as a shark's eyes. And then they see the fins. Under the first full moon of summer, they would carry bowls of water, the light reflecting on the surface, making more, a procession of moons moving forward. In the center of town was a rowboat being filled one bowl at a time, and this was the boat of anyone lost at sea, gone without a burial. Those in mourning floated candles and petals. There may have been music on flute or strings, but we don't know. It's a ritual fallen away, and all we have left are the wives' tales. They say they're empty bowls filled with quieter sorrow, and with memories of the dead to carry home. They say the boat will be gone come sunrise, just the anchor there, still as a headstone, by others from the years before. We have one such anchor on display in the museum, arrangements of fish hooks, even spears tipped long ago with shark's teeth, and figure that's that. Think the past fits into our pockets. We wander about and buy a barcode souvenir. But the past is more like the wind behind us, and the present more like a ship. And the only pockets on a ship that matter are the sails. And they're wrong about the skeletons, apart from the age of the bones. Bones buried deep, but seated upright together, all of them facing the sea. So the ancient world filled with guardian spirits watching over the living, and a salmon was placed with the deceased to keep the spirit fed. Fish bones wrapped in deerskin were discovered in every grave. A plausible explanation, but it's wrong. The living were playing the part of angels, guiding their dead to the edge of heaven, seating them upright to find forever in the waves. But what about the salmon? Well, that's counterclockwise too. The salmon were meant as an offering, a present for the sharks. A thank you for letting our spirits into their home. Spearing a shark means 7 days of work, that long to do the rendering, and all you get is a set of jaws and teeth, some fragment to hang in a window, or look at over the fireplace instead of at the fire. I've heard there are monks somewhere using human skulls as paperweights. Not to keep old scrolls from rolling up or pages in place while they bind them, but to bear in mind we aren't the measure of creation, just a part. The edge of the sea is a teacher, so many bones. All the shells and the sand dollars, all the barnacles encrusted on the pier, even wood. It used to stand upright in forests, even ash, left behind in our fire pits dug to keep warm, to boil water and empty our crab pots. Even steam rising up like the spirit of rivers, joining clouds that drift above our graveyards. And higher still, the moon keeps sailing through its phases, all of them the color of bone.